Do you even know how to sing? The voice was loud, sharp, and humiliating. Do you have any idea whose wedding this is? The man asking those questions was Victor Hale, one of the most powerful businessmen in the city, a man whose name alone could silence rooms. Tonight was his daughter's wedding, an event so grand that people had flown in from 3 different countries just to attend. 5-star resort, crystal chandeliers, a stage bigger than most concert halls, cameras everywhere. But there was one problem. The celebrity singer Victor had paid $2 million for never showed up. No calls, no manager, just a short message. Sorry, can't make it. Victor's reputation was on the line. If there is no singer tonight, this wedding becomes a joke. People whispered, phones were already out, and that's when Victor noticed him. A skinny boy standing near the food counter. He looked about 15. Worn out shoes, torn shirt, nervous eyes. He wasn't a guest, he wasn't staff. He was just there, eating quietly, like he didn't belong. His name was Noah. He hadn't eaten properly in 2 days. While everyone else was worried about luxury and status, Noah was listening to the silence of the empty stage, to the unused microphone, to the missing music. His mother used to say, "When you sing, even hunger forgets itself." Noah wiped his hands on his shirt. His heart started pounding. He knew how he looked. He knew where he came from. But he also knew one thing. He could sing. Before fear could stop him, Noah walked forward, straight toward Victor Hale. "Sir," Noah said softly but clearly, "if you want, I can sing." The room froze. Victor turned, stunned. Then he laughed. A cold laugh. "This is not a street show, kid." Noah swallowed. "If I sing and people listen, what would you give me?" Victor stared at him for a long second. Then he said the words that shocked everyone. "If you sing and save my reputation tonight, I'll give you $10 million. Gasps filled the hall, but Noah shook his head. "I don't want money," he said. "I just want one chance." If you're still reading this, pause for a second. Do you believe talent can come from anywhere? Drop a comment right now. Victor hesitated, then pointed to the stage. "Let's see if your voice is bigger than your clothes." Noah stepped onto the stage. The lights felt blinding. His legs trembled. Phones were raised, not to support him, but to record his failure. The music began. Same song the famous singer was supposed to perform. Difficult, technical, risky. Noah closed his eyes. He remembered the broken roof of his home, his tired mother, the train station where people threw coins instead of listening. And then he sang. The first note cut through the noise like silence itself. No tricks, no drama, just truth. The hall went completely quiet. People stopped chewing. Phones stopped moving. He wasn't performing. He was living the song. By the second verse, someone wiped tears. By the chorus, a woman held her husband's hand. By the final note, the room exploded into applause. Victor stood frozen. For the first time in his life, money hadn't controlled the moment. He walked to the stage. "You didn't just save my wedding," Victor said. "You reminded me of something I forgot." He turned to the crowd. "I thought money could buy voices," he said, "but tonight a boy with nothing gave us everything." Victor looked back at Noah. "The $10 million? He smiled. "They won't go into your pocket." Noah's heart sank. "They'll go into a trust," Victor continued, "for your education, your music, and for kids like you who never get a stage." Noah broke down crying, not from fear, from relief. If this moment touched you even a little, like this video. It tells YouTube this story matters. That night, everything changed. An NGO offered Noah a scholarship. A music producer offered free training. A school offered admission. But the real challenge came later. The studio. No crowd, no applause, just perfection. Noah failed his first take. Then the second. Someone whispered, "Guess he was just a one-day miracle." Noah almost gave up. Then his teacher said, "Don't sing for people, sing for yourself." The third take changed everything. A year later, a new voice played on the radio. No face, no backstory, just a voice that made people stop. At tea stalls, in taxis, in small apartments, someone said, "This voice feels real." That was Noah. And one day, he returned to the same wedding hall, this time not to eat, but to sing. Before starting, he said, "If there's a kid here who thinks no one will ever hear them, this song is for you." He sang. Then he stepped off the stage and handed the microphone to a child standing near the kitchen, because some stories don't end, they begin again. If you loved this story, like, subscribe, comment where you're watching from. Your one comment could inspire the next story.